Like the most common question I've been asked by the media my entire life that always makes me laugh is, well, don't you have bad days? Don't you have days when you're like frustrated and excited and pissed off and you watch TV and you eat Cheetos and watch pornography? And I said, well, I do some of those things, right? You know? And of course I do, but it's like an athlete. I built muscle over the years so that it's not that I don't have feelings, that I don't get hurt, I don't feel sad, I don't feel tired, I feel all those things, but they're not the dominant force in my life. It's a muscle. The mind is a muscle. Emotion is a muscle. I mean, I think the most powerful muscles are the invisible force muscles. It's your spiritual, emotional muscles. Like courage unused doesn't grow, it shrinks. So I put my ass on the line regularly so that it grows, and when it keeps growing, then pretty soon the stuff that used to make me crazy, it doesn't touch me. It's not that I'm so great, just I'm well trained. I've trained this mind. I get up every morning in my life, you talk about rebounder, more crazy shit I do is every morning in my life, if I'm near any of my homes, and some places I have cryotherapy, but my homes I have these cold plunges, and they're 56 degrees, and the first thing I do is jump in that cold plunge. So there's not a fucking morning where I want to jump in that. I can't remember mornings like, oh, I can't wait to jump in that thing. But I don't negotiate with myself. I do it for two reasons. One, there's a physical health component. It moves your lymph system, the blood flushes through your whole body. But the main reason I do it, even more than that, is when I go up there, I don't, you know how people negotiate, well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I'm gonna do this, or oh, let me wait 2 more minutes till I'm ready. There's none of that shit with me. For decades, I go, I say, we do. I'm not here to discuss this shit with my mind. There's mind, and then there's soul and spirit. And soul and spirit, my soul fucking knows. And when I say jump, you fucking jump. I'm not here to have a discussion with you. Now, does that happen with my water every day? Yes, because I've conditioned it. Does it happen every day of my life? No. And when I find it's not working, then I step back up and condition it. And unless I'm willing to take 100% responsibility for what I feel and what I experience, then I'm always going to be a victim to someone, because there's always going to be somebody upset in the world we live in today about something you said or didn't say or didn't do or go. There is no victory in the world where everyone has a voice, and not everybody's voice is necessarily designed to make somebody feel loved. It's designed to meet whatever their needs are in that moment. They might want certainty, and you're being a certain way makes them uncertain, or they think you're significant. You may think they're totally significant, but they don't, so they're mad. So I can't live my life that way. So I live my life where I keep learning, I keep growing, I keep loving, I keep laughing, and I'm trying to leave a decent legacy of a meaningful life by constantly looking for ways I can be helpful. And my prayer, a simple prayer, before I walk out on every stage is use me, Lord. And when you do that, it's like, if you get out of the way, my greatest gift is getting out of the way. I know that sounds silly to some people, but it's really true. I'm not an ultra religious person, but I'm extremely spiritual, and I believe the force of life comes through me, it comes through you, it comes through all of us. And the only thing that gets in the way is all the beliefs we have of how it's supposed to be, all the expectations we have, and I have them too. But I keep weeding them out. So I don't want to give you the impression that I don't have challenges or anything of that nature, but I have a hell of a lot fewer. It takes a lot more. When something happens like this happened, I go, oh, worthy opponent. Because in every story of a person's life, they have what they want and desire, and then they have these needs that they're unaware of. You know, character things that need to be developed. And how do those get developed? Well, if what you wanted, you just took action and it happened, A, you'd be bored, B, you'd never develop spiritually or your character. And so what happens is opponents show up. And the opponent can be you with yourself. The opponent can be somebody close to you that feels like an opponent. It could be an external force. But if you do battle with this, eventually you battle with yourself. Because if you can solve it within yourself, you can, regardless of what happens in the outside world, you can have that sense that your life is meaningful. And so I've done battle for 58 years, and I'm going to keep doing battle the rest of my life, but I'm doing better because I've done battle so often. It's like, why is LeBron James who he is? It's not because he's lucky. You know, everybody say, you know, he's lucky. Shit, he may have certain physical talents. Or Michael Jordan, I remember I interviewed him years ago, and I said, what makes you the best in the world? Is it skill? Is it talent? Is it ability? Is it background? Is it training? And he was so awesome. He said, Tony, I can tell you the truth and it won't sound like hyperbole or false modesty. He said, I didn't even make the high school basketball team my sophomore year. I was cut. He said, what it is every day I demand more from myself than anybody else could possibly expect. I don't compete with other people. I compete with what I'm capable of. And it's just like, that kind of standard is inspiring.